Race 2 at Randy yesterday was the running of the Colin quality over 2,400 metres, Group 3 level. It's one of the lead-up races to the Metropolitan, so I guess it's worth discussing. Mate, you've been chirping on a bit to talk about this race, so I'll let you have a crack at this first.
Well, first one to give you a rap. You actually tipped Get Up Jude, I think in the first show as a
horse to follow.
And
thank you, mate.
It was good to see it get up.
Come on, pat me on the back a little.
Thank you, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Good for you to get some human contact.
Yeah, it is.
The horse, he's got an interesting pedigree. He's by a stallion called Res Judicata, who unfortunately Res is no longer with us, I don't think.
I don't want to give a dead horse a bag, but gee, what an ugly stallion.
Yeah, no, he was quite an ordinary type. And the first three dam sires of this horse are Red Tony, Farnworth, and Snark. So he's got a pretty obscure.
All sort of Coolmore.
They're all ex-Cool horses. Yeah, no, but he can stay, and he really finishes his races off well. He's been a progressive horse. Really good training effort. She Point of a Lane. Diane. She's it's obviously her stable star, and they identified the horse had some ability earlier on, and she's really freshened him up and brought him back now, and with an eye towards the spring. And I'm really happy for her that it's worked out. And the horse, there's not many stays around, so if he finishes his races, I don't see why he won't be competitive in anything they put him in.
Especially in Sydney.
Particularly in Sydney, but even maybe country cups down in Victoria, who knows. Tangaloon was a good tough effort, typical Zabeel. Fiumicino I thought was a bit disappointing. Yes, he did have a big weight, but he was the class runner of the race, and you'd expect him to win something like that in a small field. I thought he should have done a lot better. Maybe the ride wasn't the best.
Maybe.
I'll leave the baggings to the jockeys to you.
Right.
But I thought, I would have expected a little bit more. I actually backed Music Review, and we're talking about small fillies before. She doesn't look like she's an overly robust filly, and when she was trying to go for a run, she just got put back in a place, and that probably ended her chances. But to be frank, I don't think she was going good enough to win anyway.
Back in the midweeks.
Yeah, well, I think she's Saturday class. She's just probably not stakes class at this stage. But that's pretty much my thoughts on that run.
Look, my thoughts about this race are get off Fiumicino at your own peril. I think the ride was abhorrent. I thought when you're on a horse that's carrying 16.5 kilograms, I don't accept the thing that you need to ride for luck. I don't at all. I think the priority when you're on a horse that's carrying 16.5 kilograms is to maintain momentum throughout the race. A horse, particularly a stayer like Fiumicino, a horse like that with that sort of weight is going to be stuffed as soon as they're left flat-footed. If they're stop-start and having to pick themselves up, they've got no chance, and that's what happened. The horse needed to go down the path that Get Up Jude did, and that was around the field, maintain momentum and let down in the straight, which Renwick accommodates. Again, get off Fiumicino at your own peril. He's going to fight at the Metropolitan with Red Lord, and I think he's really coming good this time round. I guess Hawkes knows what he's doing. Those sort of races, he did that with Railings, took him on then to win the Caulfield Cup. I'm not saying this horse will win the Caulfield Cup, but saying that he can definitely win the Metropolitan. The biggest danger would have to be Red Lord, I'd say. Of the others, look, all stayers that will sort of take it in turns. I too thought Music Review was going to be a big chance going off her last run. Perhaps a little bit disappointing, but like Suman said, did have the rough end of the stick there insofar as luck. But Fiumicino, follow him with confidence.
Mate, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I thought 16.5 kilos, he gave 6 and 7 kilos and more to majority of that field. He was coming to the home turn. I thought he was cruising coming to the bends, and he was travelling the best of any horse in the race. He needed to be extricated to the outside, clear galloping room, so he wasn't stop-starting, as you said, but unfortunately, Bossy elected to ride him for luck. I think if the race was run again, he wouldn't be doing that. Whereas Get Up Jude was probably under pressure at the 600 metre mark, but Black Shin kept at him. He picked a bit up, come to the home turn. He had clear running all the way down the straight, prevailed. But it's going to be a different story next week.
It will be.
He's going to, I think, but he's carrying 57 kilos, which is a drop of 3.5 kilos on yesterday's effort. And the way he hit the line, I thought his run was very good. And considering the lack of real quality stays in Sydney, we have This spring, I think he's in it right up to his
I think
eyeballs.
the
The horse.
backup's going to be a problem. 3 weeks.
Right.
Well, mate, I'm not going to second guess a bloke like John Hawkes. I think he's, obviously if over 20 years he's proven himself as an outstanding trainer. He knows the horse pretty well, and he wouldn't be running him if he didn't think the horse was going to be right. So it's a big horse too, and he's a bill. I think they've got great constitution, those horses. So
He had half a run yesterday.
I don't think it was let down. I agree.
I just really just bemused me why you think that you need to ride a horse for luck in a race that was fraught with danger there. I mean, the caller said it behind a wall of horses. Why he elected to go to the inside there and try and weave a passage with 60.5 kilograms of lead on the horse's back, I don't understand.
Probably in his mind, the weight was something that was on his mind there, and he felt that in a normal staying race, horses do tend to fan as they tire, so the runs would happen for him, and it just didn't work out.
But again, that's just riding for luck.
Yeah, look, I'm not going to completely
No,
absolve
you
him.
go-
I'm
yeah.
sure if he had his time over,
again,
he'd
he'd ride it
probably
differently.
ride it differently.
I
But
agree.
sometimes those things are circumstantial, and the horse is not good enough, unfortunately, to be. He hasn't got an option B. You have to ride him a certain way. He can't be ridden up front.
Well, especially with 60.5 kilos, though, Tim, we've got to be. If you had 53 on his back, ride him that way. That's fine. A gap comes, you'll sprint through. But with 60.5,
Yeah, no, look, I think that was partially it, but I wouldn't take too much away from the winner. I thought the winner was a really good
no, good effort. Yeah, I'm happy
It
on
was,
back
it
to
was a
that.
good day for a couple of battling
Yeah.
trainers too, wasn't
Yeah.
it? With Jewel Gates training.
Espros, definitely. Yeah.
Espros, yeah.
And just finally with
Lady trainers too.
yeah, with music review.
Yep.
I do want to point out now.
Singspiel.
I love Singspiel as a side, but this horse, he's both her wins in Australia to date have been on rain-affected tracks.
Yeah.
She ran fourth in a Kingston Town last start, beaten almost 5 lengths, and again she was a little bit disappointing yesterday. So maybe that's just something you've got to look at.
But she yesterday wasn't completely fair, because she got at a critical time when she was about to make her run, she got blocked and had to start again. And we all know that it's very difficult for horses to make 2 runs once.
Well, that's what we're alluding to with Fumicino, but she's only got 53 on her back.
Yeah, but
She looks, as Suman said, she's no world beater, but
No.
she's got ability. She's
No,
got ability.
no doubt, she's
yeah,
got ability.
I wouldn't completely sack her on
Yeah.
that. I'd just wait till she finds her grade, and I'm sure she'll be winning a staying race, because all her best performances overseas have been over 1.5 miles. So.
Agreed.
She could make a hurdle. All right, guys, I think that's it for the Colin Stevens. Thank you.
Cheers.